of Ironforge. Spent
Great to meet you.
Need more rage.
What can I do for you? See you soon. Watch your back. What can I do for you?
Here there. I've the finest wares in the land. Watch your back.
What's on your mind? No. Safe travel.
Gotta get these UI settings correct.
Christian a pint. Off with you. How are you? Talk to me. Be good.
What's on your mind? Great to meet you.
Not enough rage.
Pie? Well met. Keep your feet on the ground. What can I do for you? No.
My, you're a tall
How
one.
are you? Safe travels.
How are ya?
Safe travels. Off with you. Well met. See you soon.
I'm out of range. I can't do that yet. I need to get closer. Too far away. That ability isn't ready yet.
not ready yet. I can't do that yet. Inventory is full. You got my attention? How are you? Be good. What can I do for you? See you soon. That ability isn't ready yet. Need more rage. Inventory is full. Not enough rage. Inventory is need more rage. Not enough rage. Can't carry it.
Inventory is full. Carry anymore.
No! Keep your feet on the ground!
Not ready yet.
Need assistance?
What's on your mind? Safe travel. Great to meet you.
Greetings.
I'm out of range. Too far away. I can't do that.
What's on your mind?
What's on your mind? What's your back?
No! Great to meet you. Watch your back. What can I get for you today?
You got my attention.
Here there. What can I get for you today? What's on your mind?
I don't have.
See you soon. What can I do for you? Be good.
Well met. What's on your mind?
What can I do for you?
You got my attention. Off with you. What's on your mind? I'm out of range. That isn't ready yet. Too far away. I need to get closer. far away. I need to get closer. Too far away.
No! Keep your feet on the ground! Safe travel!
I need to get closer. Not in the way. Need more rage.
Fuck. Unbelievable. The dodge.
The stoic dwarves of Ireland.
has continued in the game despite, I think, a pretty overwhelming amount of distaste for it. You know, just in the
What
you know,
can I
in,
do
like,
for
the,
ya?
the mission table type atmosphere. I think like a lot of stuff they just aren't looking at changing still. So I'm not like excited for it. I'll play it, and I didn't play BFA.
Oh, you're
BFA
gonna
was the
play
first
it?
expansion
Okay.
we're ready to play. I will play it just because, you know, I have never really
Try
tried
it.
my hand at being good at arena anyway, and I kind of would be interested in seeing if I could, if the game is good though. If I play it and it seems fun.
Damn.
Because when I played BFA, someone gifted me BFA because I was banned. It was when I got banned from private servers, and someone was like, here, you know, I'll gift you BFA, you can try it out. It was so just actively fun to me.
I almost
Like,
feel
Dude,
like
I leveled 1 to 120, and I was like accidentally leveling. Like I didn't even like. That's the biggest thing. Like, oh, I leveled. Oh wait, I leveled twice. What the like? And it feels so empty.
it feels weird though, right? Like there's a couple things here, just unpacking. One, it feels Blizzard has severed some trust with the community when you look at the Warcraft Reforged. So there's almost like a little bit of a political point by, you know, for some people in not playing their new games and like wanting to play the old games that represented the old Blizzard. So there's that. A part of me also feels like it may be betraying a little bit of the classic community, since that's where, you know, pretty much what people signed up for. So it's the type of thing that, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I look at some of the zones, and some of the zones look alright, but then I just think to myself, yo, they got these furry butt plug race, they got these mechanical leopard gnomes, they got like void elves, all this type of stuff where it looks like League of Legends, and the game just doesn't look cool to me. But I don't know, man. I'm seeing a lot of the classic, Blizzard people like Guzu. I saw like Tips made a video. A bunch of these people.
Well,
are
Guzu, right? Guzu is like those are the vanguard of people who quit private servers to go and, you know, play retail in their off time. Like they still find it fun. They're not. I know I'm not in the business of gatekeeping. No, true. Like Guzu is, you know, I raided with him on K2. On my first server, he was one of my best players.
Oh,
Fantastic player. I love him.
He played in
Like,
K2, so he's been around for a
he's
hot
great guy.
minute.
Yeah, he's been, and I think he was around before that, right? I think he was
This
around.
is definitely the
Blessed,
blessed one now.
if I'm not mistaken. So, you know, like I
What's
you know,
on
maybe
your
K2 was
mind?
his first server. I can't remember. But
Both with you. Watch
you know,
your back.
it's
What's
you know,
on
that's
your
something that they
mind?
have enjoyed. Like they played BFA for a while and they like tolerated it. And there's always, this is the thing that I never much. It's this time, you know, like this time it's gonna be different, right? Like and they have it every time.
No.
I feel like this is the thing. Like they saw this massive, and yeah, they were working on it before Classic, but yeah, they
What
had
can I
this
do
this
for you?
massive drive
How are
for
ya?
the classic,
Keep
you
your
know,
feet
content, and they're like, well, how can we roll this into to retail and try to pull that audience into what retail has to offer? And I'm like, in my brain, I'm like, a true classic player, someone who is like classic to the core, is not going to want what retail has to offer. That's my opinion. I mean, but if people like it, I'm happy if you like it. Like like, you know, I'll say what I think about it. But like if someone's enjoying it, dude, by all means, man, play it. Play your heart out. Love the shit out of it. If that's the game for you, play it. I don't care. But like for me, I'm just like, nah. They have nothing that convince me, and unless I see it out there from all you bros are playing it, you're like, it's actually good. But
What do you feel about the community, though, man? I do feel like they are two different communities, man. There's some crossover, but it's definitely different, man.
This is something that I might catch, you know, and this is because it's such like a gamer, like it's just like a, you know, like gamer mindset. I don't know. I feel like the retail is substantially more so classic.
100%.
Like I really feel that, even though I feel like that's kind of cliche to say, but it's like,
well,
I don't know.
look at it this way too, and I'm not saying it specifically because of like age, but look, I mean, age is probably a factor. Look at the time frame in which players that are the average age of a player for that game. What are the age of people that came out, or when they were out when Classic launched? What are the age of people that came out, you know, post-draft? The player base.
I don't find like I'm not sure if it's like might have to do with age, but like just in certain probably in almost certain. But in the circles that I'm familiar with, like users and millennials. I feel like there are a lot of really young millennials who play, like who are, specifically like, age like 24 to 26. Who play a lot
Talk
of
to me.
But even like
Watch, get her back.
20-year-olds, 19-year-olds, even 17-year-olds that, play classic, like go actually really, really hard and are not like, they step outside of that. And you saw that even in like WoW, like back in the day, you had the 9-year-olds playing with like the 22-year-olds back in the day.
Yeah.
They fit in, right? Like because I was one of those kids. Like I for so many years on events. People got
The squeaker voice.
not
in house
they would be really weird after I ever talked, so I just wouldn't talk.
Xbox Live raging at people like Halo 2 people calling it a squeaker.
Yeah, exactly. Like it was it was hard out here. Like I felt like I really did like ultimate. I feel like that's one of the I think just in terms of the way that older versions of World of Warcraft, you weren't just logging in like you're like you're spending so much time with people that you really get to know them. So it does include. I think it is ultimately more inclusive just because of how how much time you end up spending.
It's friendships that you develop. The huge draw to me is that interactivity. Like I've met people on private servers and they are now my friends as of 5-6 years later. You know what I mean? Like we got phone numbers, we text each other. You send each other memes. You got this random, like rapport you have with them from all different walks of life. And I think that's one of the greatest parts about the game is like doing things together as a group to accomplish like a task.
And I think that's one of the real big things as well, because there's so much shit that you can do with like large enough numbers and enough like-minded people. That's the reason why I because I just want to do those things before the spend my whole time just like not doing the things that I wanted to do. I think that you're right?
Holy shit, let's go.
Where everyone just kind of sifts into the arena in a raid simulator that TBC is, right? People don't have this.
Arena and raid simulator that is TBC. I like that. I like that you have a differing opinion on it because most people are on the TBC hype train right now. Where North is. Do you?
I do
Okay.
love TBC.
Yeah.
I do love TBC. It's where
You like Mage in TBC? Are you going?
It's fun. It's fun in arena. It's really fun in arena. And let me tell you what. Tier 5, which is my favorite tier. It's not my favorite instance. SSC is not my favorite instance. And TK is not my favorite instance. My favorite tier is easily Tier 5. Because in part because you're including some of the Tier 4 bosses, right? Like you're including, Mag Theridin feels like Tier 5 and Tier 4, right? So you have Mag Theridin, and SSC and TK, and you're still doing Karazhan as well, like most builds. So there's so much involved. Tier 5 really is fun to be creative. Just in terms of difficulty being fairly modular, there are some really easy bosses, and then there's the advantage, right? And then there's bosses, right? And so there are the introductory bosses, and then there is this character stage. I love creating the instances are so much fun. I didn't mind the data presentations to see, but after playing Classic, and I didn't have this opinion I wasn't just die. Oh my god, Classic. When I started playing it again, I was just like, oh, this is interesting. I don't really like retail, maybe Classic, maybe the game would be fun. Back in the day, I didn't see much of it because I was 9 years old. I had coloring assignments to finish, get in between the lines. But other than that, right? I just really after experiencing what are massive. It's just it's so that I don't think later versions of the game do.
The community aspect, though, but so you're feeling that right now. You made it.
Here there.
Fabulous, right?
Hey, good.
You got some good people in there. You got Mantar in there, Penny's in there. It seems like it's going well. You're feeling the good, strong community vibes right now.
Yeah, like a hop and voice, and then, no matter what we're doing, we haven't fucking organized this large events. Yeah, it's just and what I want, what other options are. There's not that many, there'll be 10 to 15 people just shoot the shit. Just people help each other with titles, help each other think each other, right? Grinding. So it feels really home.
That's good.
It feels nice. Vibing out. So, and we're prepping. We're gonna get
So there were transfers available to Fabulous that was sealed off recently. You mentioned.
Well
was
met.
it starting to take a,
Great to meet
Fabulous
you.
starting to
Great
take
to
a
meet
raid
you.
By a lot of the transfers, it's been a strong server. We always point to it as one of the strongest, most vibrant servers. Has it changed at all recently?
I mean, speaking of someone who like is like in that transfer wave, like, I don't think the transfers have really negatively impacted. But I think that we were all, if they had left it open, maybe there's like some small
Incendious is the one you look at, right? That one is a case study where that server is healthy amounts apparently. I think it's a horde PvE.
It's an
Alliance PvE. Yeah, sorry, my bad.
Yeah, all
That's
the
like
horde,
Skyrim.
you know, abandoned, right? You know,
It's the opposite.
you have this story happening over and over again. And it would have happened to Romulus as well. Not because of people leaving, but because of the influx. Like the queue would have caused people to quit. Because you have a lot, like you have less who just want to be able to log on and like play with their friends. Not even everyone's here. There's a lot of
Well met.
Hello. It is such a
Be good.
I really do love it. It's like it's to the point where I was actively griefing the world boss. Like what's the name of the boss that spawns in mushrooms? Emirates? Is it Emirates or
I think it's.
I forget. I think it's Emirates, but that boss spawned. It was the last one to die in the Nightmare Dragon spawning, and I rolled over there.
Need assistance?
So I like.
What can I do for you?
Outfits that I had farmed, just to get the rat. I had farmed for RP purposes, and I started handing it out. And I
Safe
started
travel.
shouting, "Doom, death!"
What's
death
on
to
your
the
mind?
non-believers. And I just like would punch the raid every time.
Be
And
good.
Recruiting members of like people in the raid to kill it.
Great to
So
meet you.
With the Twilight Gear with me, we're all like RP walking around in circles, just yelling, "Doom, death, destruction," and just wiping the raid over and over again. And they finally got it after like a 20-minute attempt, right, where they kept running back, and then like hunters would res their pets and send them in, you know, while they had the Mark of Nature email, so they would have gotten slept. But they're so far out of range, you know, they're like 100 yards, like barely in render distance, sending them to keep it in. And I'm in with my cultists, you know, shouting doom and destruction as we, you know, wipe them time after time. These hunters are doing their best to, you know, to be far enough away that we can't kill them. And they finally got it down, and it was, you know, no one was yelling at me, you know, was calling me expert, no one was like shouting. Slimy piece of shit. You know, other than that, people were there's no real bad blood from it. It's just, you know, it's all in good fun.
That's good, man. That's great. That's good.
Who do we have in the current?
Not
running
ready yet.
Reed, it's hard to say in these early levels. I'm just trying to pull as many things as possible right now. A Dwarf Paladin getting a little Dun Moreau in our life. This is my man Sneecho, level 6. Seems
Too
to be
far
pretty
away.
Good. I like how he has his treasure from
I can't do that yet.
Get a little potions from the chest, pretty huge. You know, shows the show.
Pretty huge to have on the bars, though, right? You only have to reapply when you die. You know what I'm saying? So,
That is true. You actually never have to reapply it in hardcore. People say that's when you never have to reapply any of that stuff.
You get maximum value of all your potions.
Absolutely, and I'm pulling the shade. I'm a supporter of a lot of channels. Ken Melderons, myself, he's probably well
I bought this food at 1-2-3. I missed it.
Chris.
Exclamation mark. Heartbreak.
TBC legend, the big pumper himself. Thank you very much for the 15 bucks, please. I really appreciate that. It's not too late, man. If you want to go in, there's not too many people. But either way, bro, really good to see you. Welcome to the channel right there. We got Seamus up though, right here. Let's see, he's in Mold War. I went for the albino cow. An interesting looking character. You never really see. Don't worry about that.
Not ready yet.
Honestly, might be my first time.
I honestly, honest to God, I don't think we've ever seen a
I don't
white
think
cow.
I've ever seen that skin
Like a
tone. Yeah.
fully white cow, which feels kind of weird because you know it's the stereotype, right?
Yeah.
But it looks like
One of the first warriors we see of the day, though, right? We'll scan around. I mean, again, last time in HCC2, we had the second place Iron Chum, who couldn't make it, unfortunately. He was an orc player, Iron Chum. He came in second place, and he actually did a very strange first aid. And he made it to.
That blew my mind. He didn't get first
I
aid.
think he made it to like 1920 or something in the time. So that was actually a really, really solid time in 8 hours.
He's up there.
Yeah, and he went.
Orby is 8 on the warrior.
To be honest, I think if you got, there's a warrior and grizzly who every game that he plays, he's amazing at it. And he's just like
That ability
like
is not ready yet.
he knows all these pros. He's just kind of like always like scenes plays with Odin. I remember doing the grizzly level. And they were in duo, so it wasn't he wasn't solo the way through. But his 1 to 10 was completely solo, and his 1 to 10 was beating out like every was nice.
Damn.
He was really piping. I'd be interested to see some players behind him because I feel like I mean it's definitely
Got it. So here's Blur. He's level 8 already. That's pretty freaking good. Well, let's see here. It's level 8. We've been going for 3 minutes. So we can make a pretty good time. 3 minutes. We're looking. It's looking. Yeah, it's looking really good. About 20% of the way in.
A lot of people are just scanning for like 7-ish.
Yeah.
7.
Let's compare him with Zerant right now. So he's 8, like 20% of the way. Zerant is about to actually do a pretty dangerous quest. We can watch this for a second here. He's gonna take out what's his name? Lord Menethil or something?
Shout out for a fun event, Grob Gang. What guild
Wait,
is
is
North
Menethil
run
playing?
on Grob?
No, he's about to take out this NPC called Lord
okay. There was a paladin streamer on
Not in
Disco.
range.
$5, man. Shout out for the Drop Gang. What guild is Romulus?
Unhinged.
There it is. They're new. Alliance. Got some good people in there. You guys seem very active in your Discord and stuff. You guys recruiting?
Of course, we're openly recruiting. We're
You
about
got
to,
my
you know,
attention. How are you?
I finally
Keep your
got
feet on the ground.
my ass because I was just siphoning off of another guild's pug run. That actually they gave us bindings in their run to complete one of our Thunder Furies last week, like our first Thunder Fury, with the guy who's had it since phase 1, and the binding dropped, and he had the so, and he was DPS with Grand Marshal sword, so it was like, yeah, you can take the binding, which was really, really nice because they had the reserve, so.
Yeah, I feel good.
Then a BRE drop. We had BRE. It was BRE on some destruction. Dropped off rag. It was a pretty shitty loot run besides the mine.
Good drops on rag.
Great drops on rag. I was 1 of 2 reses on BRE, and every time I rolled in a BRE on my warrior, I was gonna get to one of my warriors in guild if I wanted, because I don't play that much on my warrior, especially that. But I rolled on before, and I rolled a 93. I lost it. Resident. And then this time I rolled a 23 against the 15, and I lost by 7.
Dude, BRE is
I was so sad. The warrior would have gotten the warrior that would have given me was the warrior got the Thunder Fury. So we got the Thunder Fury and BRE.
Wow.
That is insane.
Need
what
more
a
range.
You know the Bat Boss in ZG. There's a mind control on the trash before the boss. We had one of our we had robots going into ZG, right? And one of the warriors got MC'd, and you usually don't kill whoever's MC'd, right? That's like you don't want to do that. Make them lose all the
I
robots.
can't do that.
Since he had BRE on, which is
Or
so
do
good.
you?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He had BRE. We call him Mr. BRE. BRE is like 99% just big slot. BRE, somehow he's some damage, 1.2k. But he just started one-shotting everyone. So we ended up losing like 4 or 5 people due to Mr. BRE getting mind control. So maybe you gotta keep them or do something. Keeping them in place is the best part.
You get that crash, he's gonna get 99
So Zerant, he never drops combat. We're at menopause right now. He never drops combat, so you just don't know what level he is.
He's 8. It's something that popped out a moment ago.
Okay, let me change his time. Timer's going.
He doesn't have his XP. He doesn't have his XP
your
He
enemy's
has,
rage.
he has a speedrun spot in the top left, yeah. So, okay. So, yeah, he's up there with Orby right now. That's pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. Bro, he is killing 3 mobs at a time in this death cave.
With no mana.
With no mana.
Make it out of this?
Golly.
Yeah, by the way, guys, anybody in chat, if you guys bring any death clips or you're having any kind of exciting calls on any of the streams you're checking in on, or yourself or streaming, if you got something that's kind of exciting to share, feel free to drop those links in chat so we can pull those up for a quick look.
Absolutely. We gotta see if Alenia's playing too. I'm trying to see. Oh no.
She was not on earlier, I looked.
Okay.
She was in chat.
What level is Graze right now?
The
Wait,
Prince of
sorry.
Mugwort?
Who's playing the other? Who's playing the other priest? Wait, the first person we tuned into. Who's playing?
Grace is 7 last I
I'm
checked.
out of range.
The other priest. There was Tactics, and there was another one that was. Let's see what the level is.
Tuna and Tactics are both on priest.
Yeah, Tactics. Tuna just hit level 6. He's hitting the good stride. He's about to hit like
More rage.
so he's gonna be in the middle. I'll just still 6
Dark Short.
Right, first to like level 12, 13.
I was trying to understand because I don't really like Dark Shore like visually. It kind of makes me feel like bad. You know, it just makes me feel bad. It's just like kind of a
Dreary?
just dreary, kind of like wet, gloomy environment, which maybe is good because it's
Great to
stuff,
meet
but, like,
you.
I would much rather
See you soon.
Westworld for purely, you know, just the aesthetics, looks, feel, nostalgia, all of the above, right? Like I'm counting every second while I'm in Dark Shore. I don't really like being in
that's
Night Elf
the-
zones in general, but I was trying to dissect why Dark Shore has such a legendary reputation for being so good when it comes to XP. The best word that I ever got was from Navik, who the chief architect of the leveling guide. He was just saying compare the density of quests in Westfall to Dark Shore, and really think about how many quests Westfall has. Westfall has just a couple quests that are just sporadic and all over the place. Dark Shore has so many absolutely free quests that you just do one little mini thing and you get full value from a quest. And there's like 30 quests in Dark Shore. So when you
Westfall was one of the last zones they actually worked on. So it's like they never, to my knowledge, they never actually got it to a place where they, you know, that's completely destroyed. So look at Dark Shore, you know, one of the early zones that they worked on. So it has so many quests in it. Same thing with Barrens. Barrens is one of the earlier zones.
need to get closer.
Whereas you look at it's a fine route, but it looks very weird in terms of how sporadic it was. That's because they were kind of like on the last, you know, like they were like pushing forward when those zones were being done.
That ability isn't ready yet.
I'm not 100% on that, but I remember.
Not ready yet.
I think that's probably why they look so sporadic. And even though right, like, even though they are like such shit zones compared to like Dark Shore, I never did Dark Shore when I was a kid. You know, I stuck to Westfall and Redridge, and I just, you know, was like grinding fucking harvest golems and shit. Because I didn't know, but like even despite like the sporadic nature, it's such a big and open, beautiful zone. You know, it's such a
Pedals, man.
We're back.
Pedal to the metal with Aussie here. Dude, I love this.
North.
I love this guy's setup.
North hasn't seen this. North, dissect this. Dissect what we're seeing right here, North. What are we looking at, North?
what?
North.
Wait.
What are we looking at, North?
What the hell?
I need North.
Does he have to? He moves with the pedals? Is
Correct.
this like a fitness thing?
Yes.
Like, I don't understand.
Correct. True hardcore challenge engaged. My man.
Too far
Ozzy
away.
here.
Dude, I love this setup. I wish I had this.
People, my wifey was telling me I gotta get you a standing desk because it's healthier, right? Fuck a standing desk. This is
I
next
can't
level.
do
This
that
is
yet.
elliptical mode while you're playing games. This is to play the game.
What's
You
that,
need to do
What's that bike that the new popular one that goes like the online classes? It's got like a built-in screen on the bike.
Not ready
I can't
yet.
think what's called
Oh, I see that.
they do the show like somebody's gotta buy that, strip that shit down, and turn that into like a gaming console.
That is
The
hilarious.
Peltron, the
Watch your
Peltron.
streams on it while you're playing. It's good.
Dude, he's probably.
Can I
How
help
many
you?
calories do you think you burn?
Hi, how are you?
Did 1 to 10. And you had to
Just
walk
down the
the whole way.
pint.
Like, I wonder how much he has to. Maybe we can figure it out as he pedals.
That's why I want VR MMOs. I want to just be able to like.
Walk with you.
I just want to.
Let's go into the Matrix.
Yeah.
That's the Matrix stuff, man. Yeah.
I've started like in part because I'm just like I haven't I'm trying to like get a more consistent sleep schedule, and part of the way that I'm trying to make it more consistent is I've started like keeping a dream journal and waking up at the same times, and like trying to lucid dream again, which is really fun because as much as I like to larp with the pipe in the hat, I can't actually shoot fireballs in real life. You roll up in a lucid dream, you just throw whatever fire you fucking want, whatever you want, which is I don't know, we should just spend more time as a wizard.
I think we got our first death clip, man. I think we got our first death clip, man. It's coming from one of the. We'll take a look at it in a second here. I think it's coming from one of the people in the chat as well.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, Sharon. No, say it ain't so, brother. We'll take a look at it in a second. Yo, kind of a weird question, though. Would anybody here, knowing what we... You guys all saw The Matrix, right?
No, I've never heard of that ever.
The first one?
No, I've never heard of that ever.
Yeah, great. You never know, man. Grace for days never saw it.
Oh my god, look at his follow clip, dude.
That's amazing, dude.
That is so good. Dude, I love it.
This guy's kind of a
I
legend.
love it.
How did he even set that up? He has another camera down at foot level? Like, this guy is insane.
I love it, dude. That follow clip is money.
I can't even. Yo, if I could set this up, I would. If I had a large enough frame to set this up. This looks kind of...
He said he did all of it himself. I think he had to do a little research and like wire it up and do a couple of things, a little bit of programming and whatnot, but it was all kind of like home researched and created. So I think that's really an awesome thing, because you're turning what is generally a sedimentary process into something that's helping burn you some calories. I mean, it's not rock face like climbing and stuff, but man, you're burning calories.
Bro, imagine you can play WoW and you're leveling, right? It's not like you're doing something that requires tons of APM like PvPing or whatever at North. Like, imagine you're just leveling, but when you're done with your leveling session, you burned like $1,000.
Yeah, feels good.
Not to say you would need
I've thought about that before. I thought about like having a bike under the desk. It would be kind of legit. Just like even.
The thing is, you would forget though. If you had a bike.
I'm constantly just like hitting my legs together anyway. Like I'm constantly. Because I'm pretty ADD, so I just I'm constantly like shaking my legs anyway.
I'm tapping my left leg right now as we speak.
Yeah, exactly. It'd be a good outlet.
Yeah, I mean, well, the thing is, so I have foot pedals, right? I have 2 foot pedals, plastic ones, like $3, and you can bind those to anything. So like, I imagine you could bind rock to one of those. So maybe it's the same type of thing. You buy a bike that plugs into the computer that might already exist, and then you just buy
a USB bike. Yeah, it's definitely possible.
Kind of low-key curious, man, and I
start like find some game that requires you to pedal like hella fast. we start getting everybody with bike wheels. We have like a race or some
Just
shit.
the new challenge, dude.
It's like a car driving game that the gas is your pedals.
That's hilarious, bro. My question though is, knowing what we know about the Matrix, you could live. Would anybody opt to live in the Matrix? Because there's some parallels between WoW and World of Warcraft and the Matrix. Like, you're spending a lot of your time improving this character in game. Which is, it's kind of like the Matrix a little bit already. I mean,
I don't know. I mean, if you could pick what you got to do and like who you like, you could like just decide who you were gonna be.
What if you were a baller and like super handsome and like had lots of money and you lived, but you lived in like it was like a fake world.
So it'd be like real life right now, then. What you're saying?
Pretty much, or the opposite. Yeah. I'm saying it. Okay. So imagine you could have $10 million and look like and just be like the most handsome, whatever you would want to look.
I get what you're saying.
Would you do it?
I feel like it'd be weird to not look like me, though.
Yeah.
Would you be? I don't know. I mean, like, why not? Like, if it doesn't matter. Like, if it's as real, it's like the dude that turned in the movie, right? He's like, yeah, it's real to me. I don't care. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if it's that real.
Well, North is saying he's looking for VR MMOs. Like, you're moving closer to that point, is what I'm saying. They have this new game
Yeah,
out.
I mean, I know. I mean, at the end of the day, like, if it's not, you know, they're using humans as like a battery source. You know what I'm saying? If you remember Matrix, right? Like, they initially tried in the initial versions of the Matrix, what the robots, you know, and more tried to do was make a paradise, and people like rejected the paradise. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least in war, I don't think that would actually happen, but they felt unsettled unless there was like that dynamic. So, I mean, is it really all that different? You know, like what good are they actually fighting for in the Matrix? I forget. Like, what are the robots? Are the robots like killing them off? They're just using them for power.
Yeah.
Like, what is it ultimately, right? Like, it's some kind of,
Yeah.
I don't know, like, you know, they're fighting for some kind of self-autonomy, I guess, but at the end of the day, is that more important than being happy? You know,
Yeah, that's the crazy thing,
probably.
right? This is getting big brain
If it
right
were-
now. But like their reality is like
you know?
shitty and dark, right? And they live in like some like post-apocalyptic wasteland in these big like mecha tunnels and stuff like this underground or
Yeah.
something like this. And then the reality. Well, here.
But they're free, right? You know, but
Yeah.
it's like, is that really worth it?
Well,
You know, like,
have you heard of this VR
are
chat
ya?
thing? It's very popular amongst the Zoomer population.
Safe travels.
Of course.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you have things like VR chat where,
What can I do for
you
you?
know, you go in there and you look like some anime princess. Have you seen this? And you're like in there talking, and you're like walking around in like mini skirts and stuff like that. And then this thing, I see these things. I don't search for this, bro.
Dude, that's some next level internet trolling, dude.
But my YouTube
my
recommends
God.
you strange stuff, right? We've all been there. Like, it recommends you the most random videos. I'm sitting there, and all these VR chat things keep popping up, and I'm like, what is this?
How are ya?
Random.
Yes,
Anime
right.
princess skirts.
No,
short skirts,
dude.
Random cargo.
Not a weeb. dude,
Okay,
not a weeb.
buddy. Okay.
What was that?
Alright. I already know your searches.
I
brother.
have the
Don't get
finest
off,
wares
you
in
don't
the
have to sit
land.
here lying to me.
Yeah.
What's on your mind?
Yeah, there's a difference, like I said, between the modern day weeaboos and then
All
the people who
for
like anime, who grew up with anime. Like, when you guys all grew up like watching DBZ and watching all that type of stuff. That's a different breed, man. That's the type of anime.
I don't know. There still are some like good they're good animes. Like they're like I'm not like into anime, but there are some good animes. You know, like I fuck with like Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh yeah,
and Cowboy Bebop.
definitely, man. Samurai
You know,
Champloo.
It's just like some of the weird shit that's in it though. It is a little weird, but so you look past it. But like the extra weird shit, it's like I don't know. When people like get into it because it's anime, like it's weird when people
How
hate
are
it
ya?
because it's anime, but it's also weird that people just like it because it's anime. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
Like when people are just obsessed with it on the basis of it being anime, that shit just creeps me out.
What can I do
No,
for you?
I hear you. Yeah, when you buy a body pillow, man, it's too much.
Interest you on a pint?
Anyway, we're enduring through
What
another
can I
ad
do
here
for
because
you?
I have 2 ad blockers running. I have uBlock and I also have ad block, and they both can't keep up with the power level increase of the Twitch ads. So it's hit or miss sometimes. We're back over to Tactics Law right now. My man is level 8. Just dinged level 8. And again, this is what I'm saying. Right now at level 8, let me turn the volume on for a second. Let's take a look at this guy, right? Okay, first of all, check out his bag situation. Let me shift the screen up a little bit. You can't see it. Okay, he's taking Blessed Run to a whole nother level right now. Let me show you this. Let me shift this up a little bit so you can see.
He's on the.
Hold up. Hold up. Alright, let me shift this up. Check out his bags. He has 3 drops at level 8. He has black, red, and green. Amazing. I mean, that's amazing luck. He also has the woolen bag, which you get for free from doing the Canvas Scrap Quest, but inventory-wise, he's in fantastic shape. But here's my issue with the level 8 Priest, man. These levels drag because you don't have Mind Blast. You're pretty much just smiting stuff. Is he even bothering with Shadow Word Pain? I don't even think so because it's
I think
so
Shadow
weak.
Word Pain's too inefficient. It's so much mana at early levels.
Well, it's just so weak at this early level too, at 8, because you get it, I think, at 4 or something, and then you don't get another one until 10, so it just tickles them.
Ooh.
It just tickles them, yeah. I think he's just smiting. He's
That's
not
rough.
Even... Yeah, look at this. No Shadow Word Pain. This is what I'm talking about. Like, the kill speed on Priest is a big yikes right now. They drag through these levels.
Tuna's riding his ass right now. Tuna's like 5 bars behind. So and I think you get that sick fucking power level increase when you hit into the Dark Shore route. So I don't know, man. He could be in a run for his money right here.
It's true. Yeah, let's pop over to Tune and see how he's doing. It's a matchup between Alliance and Horde too.
We had another death. We had wow, Fidelio died. I'm trying to ask him if he's got a clip.
Oh
He
no.
went out at 6.
Tuna Tornado Man. This guy did Classic WoW well, that wasn't Classic WoW, but we did a World of Warcraft Trivial Pursuit over on Quissy's stream. Really nice guy. He makes content over on YouTube as well. Knowledgeable dude about WoW. Just a nice guy. It's glad to see him doing this competition. Shout out to you, Tuna Tornado Man. Alright, yeah, let's take a look at that death clip I had queued up too. We had that. We never really took a look at it. If you have it too, Doc, and throw it in there.
I don't know if I have. I asked in his chat, but I don't know if he's got it or not because he didn't respond.
Far away. Not ready
Alright.
yet.
Let's check this out. So we'll go right towards the end of this.
I'm out of
Okay.
range.
Well, I'm starting to see what's going to happen. He's entering the Tiergard key. Something bad is going to happen here, for sure. So what is that? Is that an energy? What is
Yeah,
what is
that's
this?
With a mana tick.
Energy?
It's a mana tick that just runs. It's 5 seconds, so it runs when he spends mana, it runs the 5 seconds back. And when he's not spending mana, it'll run the 2 seconds for every tick.
And it shows in a
Me and COD out of combat. It's nice.
a really big chunky way, just your actual mana with a number. I kind of like it, man. Even though it seems kind of redundant, I really like how big and easy to see the visual cue is before you get that 5 second tick. That spirit based mana regeneration tick, and you see it on both ends. Your mana ticking back up, and then how long it's gonna. Dude, that's a
I like that.
Yeah, I really like it.
My only issue with those things, like, because as a mage specifically, is that those don't actually, like, they're not that good because you need to know when the 2 second mana tick is always, because mage Evocate turns on your mana regardless of the 5 second roll. And I don't really, like, I can count 5 seconds before I start. Like, it's not, I'm not like, oh god, when's the next tick coming back? Like, that's not going to change things, whereas, like, knowing when the next tick is going to go through for the Evocate is actually such a huge deal. So the only tick that I've ever found that works consistently and looks nice is just the one that's built into Luna. So I've always used that one, just because it's always just worked well for me.
Gotcha.
How are you?
But like, I wish it were like central. You see how it's like central in that screen? I really like, you know, how central it is to the
Me too, man.
to the UI.
He's got a green pouch. He's got 5 potions. Dude, that is
Big money.
Potions are huge, man. I'm telling you, man. Potions are.
Health of mana, health of mana, health of mana.
He's got his wand macro on the bottom left there, put up in advance, so he doesn't even have the wand yet, but he has it there, just thinking ahead, which is really good. This guy's a pumper. Like, this is not just some average Joe Schmo giving it just a shot off the top, like barely focused. Like, this dude had a plan. He had macros in place. He has the UI all set up clean on a fresh character. He was giving this a legit shot, so the fact that he goes down here at some point is kind of a heartbreaker. I also like this. Is that a questy where they show the exclamation point above your head showing that they did that for a quest? That's also a nice little touch too. I don't see that on many.
Yeah, it's a little more visual than like just the little loot bag or like, you know, certain other
I
things that
prefer
may
the
pop
little
up.
loot bag or something less like aggressive. I don't like.
I'm
the
acclimated to
aggressive
it, but-
UI.
Bro,
Like
yeah.
I don't play with Questy at all. Like even when I level my characters, that's why I'm like a little less interested in a hardcore route as well, just because I'm not. I like to take things slow when I level. I'm not super.
You just kind of do the
I'm not
ones
super-
you've done and you know, and you're like, yeah, I like
Oh,
this one, I like that
Yeah,
one,
and
I
if I
don't like
find
this
if I
one.
find an old like a new quest, like I'll just kind of
Not ready
like I just go, and if I find a new quest, it'll be like, oh, let's go.
No.
Let's figure it out. Let's find it out.
Dude,
Too much
you
commit,
hate to
too much
see
commit.
it. Let me go back here. So he engages Benedict with 20% mana. I think he was being a little greedy trying to get the tag over this other person in here, which was a smart play. But the thing that I'm curious about is why does he kite him all the way out here? I think he was maybe overthinking it. You know how sometimes you go into a situation and you
He's
Or-
looking for the regen.
I can't do that.
yeah,
I was gonna say that, yeah, that or it could have been.
He's not spending any mana here. You notice this tick that's going off.
yeah.
He's just looking for the smart play. Like, as soon as he has enough mana to kill it, he's looking for that. Pops the potion.
And then you got a respawn right there, which
Pop
is
potion with no Nova.
Yeah, the Nova
Daze
knows
actually
moves.
kills him. If he had kited, if he had jump kited, I don't think he would have died there.
Damn.
'Cause look how close it is. Look, he's basically home free. If he hadn't sat that 3-second daze, he would have been fine.
Yeah, it's kind of, it might be true too, because you can also parkour up on those walls, and it'll kind of sometimes bug the mobs out. Like, see a little lip up there on the top left or on the bottom right too. So he was.
Oh, you jump on that handrail. If you jump on the handrail, worst case scenario, at least you get the runaround time. So they're gonna run down the steps and around. You could get some more get that pace on them.
Absolutely.
There's another death clip right there in chat. You can see that one came up.
First death clip of the day. Well, rest in pepperoni, Sharon. One good effort, my man. All right, let's take a look at.
Look at all the mobs running out as well again. Did it kill someone else? Nah, he made it away. Would have been funny if he got another person killed in that. That seems like a dangerous area to be pulling shit at 20% mana.
Very dangerous, yeah.
That's another thing too. If you're not on the time, well, the time constraints is a big part for this, for the competition. But like, if you're not on the time constraints, dude, never go into stuff like that without full mana, without your 2 5-minute cooldowns ready to go, because you end up in a situation where you got multiple mobs and then like that respawn. Like, you could handle that maybe if you had everything ready to go, but if you're kind of running on fumes to begin with, oh, is this the same location? Same location.
Same location. I thought it might have been the guy next to him.
Wait, this might be the. Is this the same?
I don't think so.
Is this like after the guy ran away? Like, this is the warlock?
This is, look, so let me restart the clip. Let's restart the clip. Benedict is dead. He's butt naked in here, which I like. I like the butt naked play because you can sell your gear and get a little bit. But the thing is, he's butt naked for too long. He should have some stuff by this point. What did he had the vendor again? This is actually something that I've changed my mind about. Yo, type something in the chat if you're alive right now. I've gone back on my naked ways. I think it's worth it really, really early. But, you know, the armor actually does matter more than I thought, okay? It actually does. And I've scuffed a couple runs because I've vendored all my stuff and gotten butt naked, and you take, like, a substantial amount more damage.
The armor, the first 300 armor,
it's like,
accounts for a ton of your resists.
Yeah.
Armor has the diminished return on armor. It doesn't start to even matter until you're like thousands of armor up, like, and the benefit you get from having marginal amounts is big.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, the margin, like the first 300 armor, I believe, is like a 9% reduction or something, like the first 300, and that's really easy to acquire.
So I've actually changed my mind on this. Like, if I'm in a situation, it really depends on what you needed to afford. Maybe he was like, let's see, is he 8? No, so it's not his 8 skills. I'm curious to why he's butt naked, man. It's not like he had to go buy his 8 skills, right? He's level 7 right now, and he's still butt naked. You get a ton of stuff from quest rewards. That might have gotten him killed. Anyway, but we'll go into it. So he's entering this Benedict's room. Benedict's dead. So he's kind of a little overextended here, because you know how bad the spawns can be in this spot. We'll take a look.
I'm out of range.
So all of a sudden, a new Benedict plus 2 homies.
Oh, somebody had killed it. That looks like a reset.
Yeah.
That was a reset for sure.
Yeah, somebody killed it. The corpse is still there. He got a reset and wasn't anticipating the reset. Dude, other players will get you killed.
No, I mean, based on the timing as well. Based on the timing of this, I'm curious as to, wait, if you could pull up the other. Like, it depends on how far in this was. When did he die? Like, how far into the stream is this? Is this like?
Did he die from the fall?
Oh, you're saying it could have been the reset of that other dude who was running out?
Yeah, I think it might have been.
Need more.
God,
It's around the same
Yeah,
time.
just
It
a little
could've been
something would be
reset
great.
from
definitely
that. I'm not
possible.
sure though. Because it was created 5 minutes ago.
I'm not biggie.
Big Jamin's level 9. I don't think we checked in.
Oh, my pasta, that would be easy.
Oh, we checked in for a second. Yeah, let's go back to him. Let's see how Jamin. Jamin's another crowd favorite. You guys know Jamin, right? Oh, Jamin's in my raid now. He actually joined our raid. Just randomly, just showed up. He was just there one day. I was like, wow, Jamin's here.
Fog.
Yeah. Dude, yeah. That's news to me, man, Northo. You're saying that Grab is sealed off, because I was under the impression, ladies and gentlemen, we were going to announce this at some point, like publicly, but that we were going to transfer. And I guess that's.
A lot of people are asking me about that, and I'm like, nah. Like, I'm not. The logistics for moving an entire guild makes it impossible.
It costs a
like,
lot to move a bunch of accounts.
I
personally want to stay
impossible, But you need some sweaty ass dudes. Like I gotta pay moving multiple characters and multiple accounts. It's not gonna happen.
The thing that kind of scares me is that my warrior right now is a pretty big, like, I'm using it because it's pretty geared out, like my prot warrior, and we were close, you know, like it was like a day after I transferred my warrior, they locked off transfers essentially without warning. Right, so I might have had my warrior, like my second 60 with a ton of my gold and all my, like, because it's like kind of my bank gold as well, like stuck on sulfurous for the foreseeable future, which sucked. And a couple of my guildies who transferred here, because a lot of them transferred from Fairlina and like high, you know, and White Mane, didn't transfer their other 60s over, so their other 60s for the time being anyway are stuck on the server.
Dude, that's the problem with doing that as well. You end up split, right?
Yeah.
Yo, so for real, Jamin is crushing it, like you said. I can really tell that he put in a lot of practice and effort looking at his stream right now. So first of all, he has his
focus. He's got his focus face on.
He does. He has his speedrun split all the way to 21. And this is, you know, extrapolated out to 21 so he can be more forward-thinking to see like how his pace is comparatively to what it is. It looks like he's been practicing this route. Also, everything has been in the red for him right now, so this hasn't been that blessed of a run for him, but it's starting to become green. So he's on pace to hit level 10 faster than his fastest run prior. Yeah, the green is
the green shows it
2 minutes.
The green, how many minutes?
2 minutes 8 seconds right now. So he's
well, yeah, he's not gonna get 2 minutes 8 seconds on level 10. The way the add-on works is,
okay.
You know, if you're level 9, you're not like level 10, so he's 2 minutes behind. He essentially has 2 minutes to hit level 10, or else he's behind.
Oh, okay. So this is not too blessed of a run for him. But the other thing I was going to point out is that he has a guideline running at the bottom right. I don't know if you can see it for those of you watching, but this isn't some copy pasta guideline like Tactics and 7 Leaves guideline or anything like this. This is a custom guideline. It says 1 to 20 Jamin on it. It's something that, you know, when you craft your own leveling route, it's something that's very personal to you, like, and it's very nuanced to your playstyle and how you want to do things. And it's, I tried to make my own custom guideline, and it's kind of annoying, dude. It's not the easiest thing in the world.
It's kind of a bitch, yeah. No, it's a little hard to input.
It is, like the way you have to put in data in some kind of strange way. So the fact that he went through all that to get it all squared away for this competition, and that he's already 9 and change, about 9 and 25% of the way in. He's in it to win it.
We've got dude, there's a level 10 paladin right now, Covey. Level 10 on a pally.
Really? That's a new name too. What is the?
I put it in the sheet. It's in the sheet.
Okay. Thank you,
I've been just like filling that in as I see stuff.
I appreciate it, man. Let's see here.
We can even save this for next time.
For real. Where is it?
Right in the middle. It's playing pally. It's sorted by class.
Koi Elite? Oh, Koi.
Yeah, Koi, yeah.
Some people were in here shilling his channel earlier, saying that he was going to win the whole thing. Let's take a look. This is a new name to me.
No way he beats 100.
Let's see. He's already level 10. He's faster than Zoran right now. Zoran's 9.5.
Yeah, but the second he gets into
slide
Dark Shore, the second he gets into Dark Shore, you fly as 100 to Dark Shore.
Bro, he's about to be 11, my guy.
What?
This guy's a god gamer on a paladin. He's about to ding 11, and he's in a very high tempo questing area right now. I'm not even joking. He's got his custom guideline.
He's got his guideline too.
If he goes into Lock with End at 11, that's legit as fuck.
Well, you know,
that actually is gonna pipe him right to Dark Shore. That's a really good route.
Well, guess how you get to Dark Shore though, North? Guess with no death skips, because you're just gonna die if you go.
Shit.
No, but guess how you do it.
You're still gonna have to though.
Yeah, guess how you do it. You go to that little above Nomragon, that little ledge, and you bubble and wait like 15 minutes. No, you can't unstuck. You have to go jump off the Nomragon, like, you know, passage, bubble so you don't die from fall damage. Wait 5 minutes, do it again. And then I think on the third one you don't die. So you have to sink 10 minutes of just regular time, but it's worth it to get to Dark Shore because Dark Shore is so insane.
Yep.
So not all classes can do that. Like a warrior can't make it over to Dark Shore, but a mage can with slow fall, and that's why we saw some of these mages going to Westfall super early, because the only place you can get light feathers is in Westfall. There's none in Elwyn Forest. There's no birds. So we were like, why are these mages going here and doing these?
Are there no birds in Loch Medan either? No, there aren't.
Well, they're these human mages too. There's some. I think there's some birds in Loch Medan, but they're very high level. They're over by that Hunter's Lodge.
They're like level 15, 16.
This paladin is in a very substantial lead, and the crazy thing is, he is massively behind his speedrun split time, about almost 6 minutes behind to level 10, which is in speedrun terms very huge.
That's huge for this point in the game. That's 6 minutes is a lot.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if that was maybe like you got a good weapon drop or something in one time through, or just like a super blessed RNG.
What is his time actually? For level 10?
The level 10 is an hour 13. Jesus, man. Hour 13.
And especially with moving to Lockman and like moving out of Elwyn. That's you take
Thank
that
you so
time
much.
sink very early on to get a 113.
Watch your back.
Like with
You
the
got
time
my
sink, right?
attention.
Especially because you're investing into Lockman N. Lockman N can be hard for a lot of classes.
He's got the big pumper
on
from.
level.
Is that the mace
Yeah,
from the?
he's got the Vega Ash mace, bro.
Yeah,
This guy is
That's
slapping
good
right
when you
now.
get that early on.
And then he goes
definitely...
he goes right into heavy spike mace, the level 14. He's gonna save up for that 100%. Right now he's probably just he might not even buy any more skills, bro. He might just save for the heavy spike mace right now. Get the vendor from Antonio Perel.
Yeah, I mean, getting that.
That's fucking fantastic.
Thing is, he didn't get any blessed bag drops. Those are brown pouches, so you have to buy those. You can always tell if they're colored or not. So it's not like he has some insane blessed inventory RNG. I like how he is blacksmithing too to get the what is it called? The not the sharpening stone,
The weight stones.
yeah, the weight stones.
Interesting. That might just be like a initial grab, and then like that's it, because there's no way it's gonna be of any benefit.
You
later
can make
on.
it instantly. That's the thing, right? So it's really no skin off your back. You just grab it and then you just make a couple, and then that'll probably last you the whole 8 hours. It's just a little extra something you can throw up.
Yep.
He also has alchemy
He does
though,
a lot
too,
of
man.
damage, too. Like he's actually pipes.
Tell me how he has a potion though. How does he have blacksmithing and a potion? Because you can't
He
get
got the
herbalism.
You got the potion.
from
They
where?
dropped. Maybe a chest.
Oh no.
There's chests in this area.
Those chests don't drop the buff potions, do they?
Oh, buff? No. The quest is
Oh
it Lion's
no,
Blood?
he
Lion's
does
Blood's
have
the
a
quest.
buff potion. What he might have done was pick up herbalism and mining, mined a bit, herbed a bit, dropped them, and picked up herb alch as he.
Oh yeah.
to,
Just grabbed
Iron
alchemy
Forge.
then. That could be. That would make
Yeah.
sense, because if you're picking them both up as you're running through, just getting like the low-hanging fruit, like stuff you run by, and you're like, beep, beep, grab that, beep, beep, grab that, like.
Because he has
just
no detect minerals. He has no find herbs.
Yeah.
just to get yourself like a
couple.
little bit, just a couple out of the gate. That's not an unwise decision. That's a big safety net for a very low cost.
Yo.
And he's following the ADCs. Always be killing for XP.
Why does he just switch to a sword? For what? Did he just get a weapon upgrade? Why does he have a sword on? Is he just leveling weapon skill like an absolute god
Yep.
gamer while
Yep.
running?
Dude, weapon skill is
What?
is crazy.
That's the multitask of the fucking gods, dude.
Dude,
Like,
dude,
doesn't
it will
kill
kill
the mob
you.
fast, so he's fucking weapons. And you can see him. You can see him managing his inventory as well. You know, like he gets real. Like one of the biggest things, you know, like when I was watching like some post-mortem just leveling streams. You know, like after the fact, you look at this early levels, and you look at the inventory management. You know, like like being on constantly. Like I'm dog shit at that. Like I'm really bad at like keeping my inventory under management constantly. And you see these players who are really good at leveling. You see like when Amp does it. You see when like Monkey News does it. You just see like how many things they're actually multitasking at the
APMs.
same time.
APMs, man.
And honestly, switching. Look at him leveling sword hand, the fucking two hand.
That's smart, dude.
45, 46, 47.
I find so much that when I get a new weapon, the worst part is like your weapon choices are so low. But like I got a BOE blue axe, one-hand axe. So like I had a one-hand mace, and now I have an axe, and I'm like 30 points behind on the axe skill, and it's just freaking cumbersome as hell to skill that up later on. Early on, it's not as much a big deal, but this is like big brain utilization. You never know what you're gonna get right here unless he's already planning on his next weapon. I don't know.
This guy
what it
already
is.
is like a crowd favorite to me, dude. He's level 11 right now. I
Yeah.
love it. I'm just getting
He's
such
so
good vibes from him.
He's level 11, and he's going into the good Lockman N.
The
like,
good
this route
shit.
in Lockman N is so like there's so many things that people don't know about as well. Like that most people don't know about. You know, like where you get the probably hardcore levelers too, but like the excavation quest. Like you can do the escort immediately after, and you get to turn into the excavation site. You get another quest to go back to the excavation site. You get one to go to Iron Forge, turn in with the other Iron Forge quest. and then you get to go back and then do the
He also
extra
gets
quest as well.
double brain dead easy mange claw quest right now as he goes. Oh, is he going through the other pass though? Wait, hold on. Which pass is he going through? Because you know mange
He's
claw.
going through the mange claw class. He's going through mange claw. He's doing
That's about a quest and a half worth of XP right there, and it takes 1 second because you have to
mange
turn.
claw's legit.
Mange claw is super nice.
And he'll be
funny,
level
too.
11, level 12 by the time he gets to.
He's
where he needs to go
always
mining.
gaining XP. Like this is. It was kind of like a joke I kept saying on my stream. Like ABC always be killing 4 XP. Like just being stupid. And he's just doing the same thing. Like as he's moving, he's traveling.
He is
and
cooking?
gaining XP while.
This guy's just showing off,
Wait, what else
dude.
did
He
you
has
see if he
cooking
had
too. He's saving meat for cooking, bro. He's saving meat for cooking. I'm not even joking. Because why did he have that much boar meat?
See
Unless
you
he just,
soon.
you saw in his bag, right? He's managing the inventory. He has like 10 boar meats right now. I think he's cooking too, bro.
Maybe he's doing it to save money. He doesn't have to buy food then for getting his weapons.
Quests as well, like,
Oh, maybe, yeah. Is there
And you
something-
can get, there is those cooking quests, like when you complete them, you get XP for just like cook this and turn it in, or turn in 10 of these or 10 of that.
That's
or whatever.
right, that's right. You should pick up cooking always, actually, guys, because especially on Alliance, each little area has a cooking quest, and you can't even see it unless you have cooking, and you can't train cooking everywhere, right? So you really should just train cooking because, like, you know, I don't think they're gonna make it to Dell's Quid and stuff like that. All the major zones have a cooking quest. Yeah.
So
There's Mange Claw right there, man. He's taking a tempo out like 30% HP, 30% XP. Or
I mean, he
something
should
off
be
of this.
ending near, like, if this guy is like, he's on pace to end. There's a really good, there's a route that most people use, and they do the early, the wolves and the spiders in Duskwood, like as part of like Duskwood Loop 1. So I could see him doing that, and there's a cooking quest there as well. So I mean, it's definitely worth.
Oh, he speed leveled as a mage last tournament. You know, the name sounds familiar. Koi, right? I feel like. Yeah, I feel like that name is familiar. Good. Paladins. I never would have thought on. I mean,
it's impressive, dude. It is. It surprised me.
Paladins are slapping. Dude. Every single cup, they've been up there, one of the top performing classes. They actually move pretty quick through some of these early levels. People always like to troll about Paladins, saying, you know, it's just seal AFK. But dude, they're pumping, man. Like, he is 11, and I'm kind of just fascinated. I almost don't want to leave his stream because he's about to enter Lochmadan and do that big juicy initial route, doing in defense of Kingsland and the Silverstream mine with the kobolds. All that's really good. You know, quest. The thing is, Lochmadan falls off pretty quick too, right? So he's
I wonder
probably
why he's not listed under WoW. He's only got like 7 years. He's like, he looks like a new streamer. He's not even listed under WoW.
one thing I
I
like.
wonder if he's just that new.
One thing I like about him, dude, so I always make this mistake too. He was just in the Mage Claw, what is it, Southgate Pass or whatever. And what you do is you kill Mage Claw and you go through into Lochmadan thinking, alright, I'm going to be in Lochmadan now, things are going good. But you end up being at the north side of Lochmadan and you have to walk your ass all the way down south, and it takes a long time. So what he did is he immediately recognized that, hey, this is my path. I don't enter Lochmadan through this gate. I'm actually going to go back towards Dunmoreau, and I'm going to enter in through the other gate. So that he's going to be right there at Delsamar, which is a mistake I pretty much always make, if you want to call it a mistake or not. I think this is a better way to do it.
I usually do duo stuff. I think there's a good argument to make for like duo runs. If you're doing them not hardcore runs, but for duo runs to go through the north paths and then just grind all of the bears, spiders, and boars.
Just to get the animal parts, yeah.
Blood sausage stuff.
Yeah, that's true. That is normally what I do, and then but there is a little bit of duplication of efforts there, you know, as you have to go back up again and.
Yeah, but as long as you're grinding going up and down, like you're gonna have to grind anyway.
Yeah, we got a close call clip and another death clip I just posted in the group chat.
Okay, close call clip. Let's take a look at these.
I also added a couple of new names to the list there.
Nice. So we're gonna keep an eye on this guy, Koif. This guy is definitely a big pumper.
Too far away.
Okay, this is apparently a death clip. So far, so good. He's out here solo human warrior, looking like a absolute humble adventurer out here in the open
Near the
world.
Murlocs.
Crystal Lake.
Dude, Murlocs. I wish we had statistics on like what mob kills people the most. I swear to God, it's got to be Murlocs.
Murloc's definitely up there. Yeah. Definitely up there. Oh no, another one.
I would honestly be surprised if there's anything else in Murloc.
This area is really dangerous because like some of those dudes, like they just meander and then all of a sudden they just start sprinting. Like they're just like.
He's got the Coast Runner. Look at the Coast Runner side.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep, and
the
they.
Coast Runner. He doesn't aggro the Coast Runner. Looks like he just gets really bad RNG on this, to be honest. He's jumping around. He might actually.
Oh, there it is.
No, he aggro's the Coast Runner on the way back.
Oh god, there's like two.
No.
It's social pull and the wolf. Oh. He's looking for the thunder. He jumps in the water. And he accepts his death. Unlucky.
Oh man.
Unlucky, dude.
Rest in peace, brave. What's his name?
Young Hutch, man. Young Hutch.
Young Hutch, man.
That's one of the things. Like one of the biggest differences from Nostcore onto Classic was the way that mobs actually path was so strange to me at first. I remember doing like after like being so experienced in the AoE grinding spots and not having to deal with any of that pathing, and then having to deal with it later on. It was such a bitch, honestly. Like having to relearn those spots because the paths would completely butt fuck you.
I've seen
you die one mob outside of an AoE pull.
I saw you die a couple times to Coast Runners, and like it was different from private servers, like just the
dude, those Coast Runners were tough, man. They were tough.
Another death.
I was also doing that with like no gear. I was doing it with essentially no gear on to make it as hard as possible, and then I was getting fucked, and everyone was like, haha, you shit, and then I was like, fuck you, I'm doing it the lowest possible level with the lowest possible gear. Fuck you, you fucking backseat gamers. Get the fuck off my dick.
Yo, this guy's kind of a big brain, though. What is this? What am I looking at? This is a close call. This isn't a death clip. But he somehow has our stream minimized in his own UI.
Window cap. It's like a window cap, and then you shrink it in your OBS.
Or it could be what's that like page in page or.
Does he see that while he's playing, so he's able to keep an eye on the stream while playing?
He might. It's either it could be pixel in pixel, which he could see, or it could be just a display capture on another screen.
I love how you can just pick up a little something with each person's UI, though, just different takes on stuff.
I hate this UI. This UI is the worst one I've seen. This is so fucking garbage. It just makes my eyes bleed.
Yo,
so bad.
Tell us how you really feel.
Unbelievable. No, I'm sorry.
This guy was an onslaught, North. Jeez almighty.
Actually,
did I just see what I just saw? This guy parkoured down with 3 health.
That is fucking
Hold up. I thought this was just a boring clip for a second. All right, let me take a pause here. He's in Kirigard Keep. He's running for his life. He has aggroed multiple Marines, and he knows that unless he does something extreme, he ain't gonna make it. He's running away from Benedict +2. He's running up the stairs. He's looking for a line. He's looking for any hope.
It's just page and page.
He decides to jump up on the shingles of the roof, trying to bug them out. It's not bugging him out.
Cargos, thanks for running another tournament, finally getting to compete. Great time so far. So different than the solo practice runs.
He tabs in the middle but looks for the cheeky heal, and then goes off with it and survives.
Whoa, dude. That is close. Close.
He had to make a calculated decision there to go, I might die here. It's going to be close, falling off there. But if I stay up here, I ain't going to live either. So
you bite the bullet, you take the red pill and you jump, or you fucking eat the blue pill and you slip away into darkness.
I watched a movie yesterday called Shawshank Redemption. I've seen it before, but I watched it with wifey because it's on Netflix now, and they had one of the quotes from Shawshank Redemption.
Shawshank Redemption. I've never heard of that movie.
Consider.
Never heard of the small indie film called Shawshank?
Probably none of you have ever heard of this.
It's considered it's considered the best movie of all time by IMDb friends, but they have a quote in there and it says, "You better get busy living or get busy dying." And he was like, "You know what? I gotta get busy living right now." He jumped off, risked it for the biscuit, and he lives to fight another day. On that note, we have a donation coming in from Ghost Cast. Thank you very much for the $10. Cargos, thanks for running another tournament. Finally getting to compete. Great time so far. So different from the solo practice runs. Appreciate it, man. Thank you very much for the support, brother. Golly, that's a good clip, though.
Ooh, Bubble being forced out from Covey. Boyd, rather, not Covey, and fucking Lockman N on the Stone Splitters. A little bit of a close call there.
I'm kind of addicted.
But he ekes out. He ekes out with his honor intact.
I'm kind of addicted to watching the Koiv stream. I gotta say, I gotta go
back.
Yeah,
no, my guy, I'm interested. Dude. He's 5 and he's halfway to 12.
Halfway to 12, he just dinged.
Gee, I'm telling you, man, it's the backpedal kill, man. The strafe killing. He's just running and killing it.
Let's see, Koiv here. Wow, you're
Watch,
right.
get
Yeah,
him
he's
back.
almost halfway way through, and he's grinding. I mean, this is 2 quests right here, right? Doing the Trog plus another one.
Yeah, and he could even do the third one after it, because he'll probably ding 12 from this.
The ones after are
He probably won't,
spicy AF, but if you are trying to win
Nah,
it,
the one immediately after, just the one
He can do those.
right
He can do this
after
as a
it.
pally. If he's got a good weapon, and dude, you just conserve the mana for the heals, and you're good to go.
isn't the one right after the shamans though? The shamans slap.
Yeah,
though,
but the
brother.
shamans are super squishy, so he can roll into them because they're cloth
Yeah.
armor values. So Paladin's pretty good at killing them.
You can do that, and if you just out heal the nukes, and you try to get that hammer in there just to stun if they go for the heal, and that's gonna be something for you. You know what I mean?
You got my attention.
Great to meet you.
Bit risky. I don't think he'll go for it. He could do it on the way out as well. Like he could do it on the way out in Hearth at the end or some shit. When he hits level 12 or level 13, even through the saloon.
Oh, he just pulled 3. That's I mean,
You have to pull 3 in here. Like it's really a bitch to get these scouts.
bro. This is playing with
Dude,
fire.
honestly,
though. This is playing with
I
fire.
wouldn't. You see what he's doing though? He's reducing the dude. I do this too. Reduce the incoming
I
damage.
thought you
keep
couldn't
the
do that in
auto swing up
classic
on-
though. You can't leash the other ones back. You can't. I thought
You
you
can, so long as they're not chained.
Yeah, it's not like
they're chained,
a
if
set.
they're chained, you can't.
Oh,
If
so
they're not
some
chained,
pulls
you can't.
are 100% chain and there's nothing you can do about it, but he just knew
Yeah,
in
like
that
for
situation
instance, the
those aren't
Twilight
chained.
Prophet out in Syllabus. Like those are all chained, but early mobs, largely speaking, aren't actually chained to one another. So you can actually pull that kind of
But
shit
you would
off.
have to know that for sure because that's
Yeah.
you're gonna
But
keep
this
them
is an early
permanently.
zone. It's reasonable for him to know that.
I guess as a paladin when you have multiple outs like Bop and Freedom and stuff like, or Bop and you know the Divine Protection, that you can kind of make plays like that. Real quick though,
That's
we
how
got
you split them.
some massive donations. I gotta say, thank you very much, Ghost and stuff. The 5 tier 1 subs, man. Really appreciate it. Welcome everybody. Thanks, Steve. You got some good people in here getting subs. Thank you very much, man. Yes.
Getting those resets is big, and the other thing too is if you notice how he's running while he's hitting it, even if they don't. Oh, another 5 from Ghost. Thank you, Ghost. Even if you don't get the you don't get them to separate completely, like they don't all reset. You're still killing one of the mobs, and you're reducing the incoming damage from the additional 2. So like you're like, bam, kill 1, then it's 2v1 instead of 3v1, and what you can do then is just drop the second one, throw. You know what I mean? It allows you to manage the incoming damage in a different way, and that's something like I even use that at times too, where like if I got a tough pack and I'm playing again because I got many levels of playing Paladin and hardcore, you can split the groups that way, or you can reduce the incoming damage that way, buy yourself a little bit of time, and conserve your mana and health that way.
Yeah, even when you're going to be, especially as like a auto attack class, right? When you want that damage to be as interspersed as possible. Right, that's just a good way to, even if you're going to go to kill all 3 mobs, you're going to kite it out like that, even if they are linked, because then they get less hits on you, right? You have more damage.
It's true. It's it's a little bit more of an advanced tactic at the same time because if you
Easy, I baited the gift sub. Feels good, dude. Thank you, Ghost and stuff.
There he goes. There he goes. Now he's got some cheese and
Let's go.
Oh, nice. Thank you very much, man. Ghost, dude, huge, man. Really supporting the stream, man, because, yeah, I mean, you're basically directly sponsoring the prize pool with all this, guys. I really do appreciate it. Being able to sustain doing this monthly is awesome. I really look forward to it. Iron Chump's in here, too. Iron Chump.
Now to ban Ghosts and stuff so that no one else can get subs after me.
So I have Tuna pulled up on the other screen, and he just did a run from 3. I thought he was going to be in trouble, but they reset.
Tuna almost level 9. I think he's kind of falling a bit behind
Yeah, I'm
here
trying
because
to-
he's lagging a bit.
Let's check out
Well,
Zerat.
even if you look at Zoran, he's only 9. Oh, he's 10. He's 10 as a hunter, and tactics is 9 as a priest. So like,
9 and 9.
we're not in tactics. So if he's 9, I didn't see. I just know. I'm trying to update the levels.
Hey, not running. He's just not at the chair, dude. Not taking this seriously, man. What is this?
You think Zerat is feeling the heat
Betrayal.
right now?
Oh wait, no. I was just lagging.
You think he even knows that there's someone ahead of him right now? Because if you look back to hardcore community, who is here? Who watched every cup up until this point? Anybody here in the chat watched every single one? You guys might remember. The hunters basically were ahead the entire time until they died in HCC 2 and HCC 1. They pretty
The
much.
situation you might come into here is Zoran might feel stressed, you know, with the paladin as far ahead
Pushing
as
on
he is,
him.
if that lead extends at all, he might be pushed into some precarious situations trying to make up for lost time.
I mean,
that is-
substantially ahead too, though. Like the Paladin is about 60% ahead. Like that's a good amount
And
of time.
he's turning in the double drop threat right now, so he's only getting further ahead, you know.
That is one of the best things about this is the dynamic of the challenge that it creates. Like seeing those who's pushing for it, and then seeing seeing what they have to do to try to overcome that. And the other thing too is like commenting on for the first cup challenge, it was all Hunter. All Hunter was like the big like leveling squad there, and you're seeing other people coming up and other people being able to push into that top tier by optimizing and maximizing, just gaining knowledge from seeing even maybe the Hunters or seeing other players push through, and the practice just making it so that they can actually be competitive even against that class. You know, having the finish last time, the Paladin so far up there was just astonishing.
Have you ever considered just like to shake things up in the future? I'm guessing you've thought through a lot of sort of permutations, but ever thought of doing like a duo hardcore challenge, for the 8 hours?
We did a straw poll actually for this one. We were thinking of doing duo for this one right here, but it was the type of thing where we had about 65 or almost close to 70% still wanting to do solo. So the thought process there was that we haven't exhausted this format yet. People are still somewhat into it, so maybe we do one more solo, and then maybe the tides will change a little bit more, and people might try to do for duo. So
Interesting.
probably the next one we'll do duo. Someone pointed this out. So Calyx is a native on Bloodsail Buccaneers. He actually his main is on here. He's played here since the very jump. He was server first, Horde Warrior. He runs a guild here, one of the top and only raiding Horde guilds on Bloodsail Buccaneers. He's a very, very good warrior player, and you're gonna notice something. I don't know if you can see it on the stream. I'll try and move it down a little bit. What is interesting? What is interesting about this dude's character right now? Let's see if you guys can.
Orby died.
No, dude.
Who died?
I'm seeing it. I don't know. I pulled up Blorby's to update his stuff, and I'm seeing a spirit healer here.
Oh no, man! We'll take a look at that in a second. He was one of the.
I don't know if we have a clip or not, though.
He was the Paladin class leader last time. He almost made it to 20 last time around. So what is interesting? Let's see if how fast North and Doc can pick it up.
I'm sorry. Interesting. What are we looking at here?
Looking at a level 10 warrior making his way into the Barrens. What is interesting about this character right now?
He's got world buffs.
Yo.
Ooh.
You see how big of a deal that is, dude? Like this guy with Oni head and War Chief's
And
blessing.
The WCB is. I mean, the Oni head the
That's-
attack power is insane. Like watch him if he kills his boar right here, which he should. Watch him kill this fucking boar. He chunks it for 25% each hit.
I mean,
Like-
is this guy a real contender here? This is kind of why I think the world.
Oh my god! What that damage!
That's nuts, dude.
Holy shit! Are world buffs against the rules?
No, they're in the rules. I think it adds another fun, spicy element. If you want to weave that into your route, you can absolutely do so. You have to take time out of your normal route to go pick it up. It also kind of, it kind of balances the classes a little bit because hunters don't benefit that much, or as much, right, as from the world buffs as a class like a warrior or a rogue or something. So it adds a little bit of class balance as well because it's not ranged attack power. And this guy. Well, I mean, what do you think if you're a level 10 warrior?
How much damage he's doing, dude? Holy shit!
He's gonna slap, dude. He's gonna slap. Like he's basically sitting at what, probably 10% crit. He's got the attack speed. He's got 300 extra health. He's also getting
The health is massive. The health
yeah,
is
yeah,
more,
he's also
he has
getting-
more health
getting
from
5
War Chief's
crit.
blessing than he has from his own fucking health pool.
What I'm
Yep.
saying is, you think this guy could
Holy
actually
shit.
be one of the front runners now that he has this 50 hours. Nobody else has.
That would
world
be kind
buffs.
of here's the thing that'd be kind
That's
of fucked
huge.
though, right? He's like a guild leader on the server.
He's a guild leader on the server, yeah.
So he has access to heads.
Yeah, he has access to heads. Yeah.
And War Chief's blessing. So I mean, did he make his guildies?
Hey, even if he did, it's totally fine. He's playing a warrior,
Yeah.
like it's within the rule set. You can
Oh, it's interesting.
everything was.
And it cucks other people out of it though. which is interesting. Like you know, it's only if it's on his time, then he does get an advantage from being on the server.
There we got Blorby's clip in the chat.
He's one of the few people who actually main on the server. But the thing is, on Bloodsail Buccaneers, they're actually a very tight community, like especially on the Horde side, because it's so small. RP servers, I don't know if it's the same way on Grobulus North, but they have the opposite problem that PvP servers have. PvP servers usually have way too many Horde, right? RP servers, everybody wants to RP as an alliance, right? So there's not that many Horde. So it's a very tight community. So they shout out every time that there's world buffs going off. They're very, very like, you know, consistent and good with that.
Grob's like the big pop RP server, so it's not. It definitely has different dynamics from other servers. Like, and we still have
It's
I think
ally
it's actually
favorite,
the
though,
most
right?
even. It's ally favored slightly, but I think it's the most even server on US.
In fairness to Calix, he let people know in Iron Zug G chat. There you go, dude. Yeah, that's.
Oh well,
that's
there you go. That's fair enough.
Dude, I'm actually extremely excited, maybe even more excited to watch this dude than Koiv now. That he is a warrior, orc warrior.
Yeah, imagine
with
though,
world
imagine
buffs.
if Koiv got the fucking world buffs, dude. Imagine him rolling through on the scene with like you get a WCB on the fucking paladin. That'd be nutty.
How nutty is it? What's even better in the situation, the War Chiefs or Oni Head?
I think the War Chiefs is for sure,
Right?
You get like it's the health as well. Like for warrior specifically, for the paladin, I don't think it would be as big of a deal. I think the War Chiefs would do you better. But for for warrior, you know, having that doubled health pool lets you actually just like tank mobs. Your rage is going up, right? You're able to do a lot more than you would otherwise.
I'm super stoked to see this dude. I think he actually could pull ahead of Koiv. I mean, he should, right?
He could. He's hitting the big. Here's the thing. That lull, that like mid Barons lull, I think is gonna do him in. Whereas Alliance doesn't really have that problem with Dark Shore Route 1 and 2.
He's 3-shotting mobs though. Is the play here? What do you guys think? Is the play here just to grind? Do you just grind right now? Do you just say fuck it to everything else and just grind?
I mean, here's the thing. Early Barons is a lot of grinding. He's probably gonna fit in more than he otherwise would. And I think that's the play. I think that's the like do the grinding quest.
Yeah, if he's not swinging while he's moving, he's wasting time. Like he needs to be attacking the entire time he can to maximize. Like, dude, he's probably. I wonder what his attack power is at right now. It's probably through the roof.
It probably really is. Yeah, he's getting a lot of dodges and misses right now, but it's because things are so high level. He's only 10 and these plane striders are 12. Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, but when he actually fucking hits them, they get chunked.
They get chunked.
Sometimes a third.
God, I'm stoked. World buffs makes this shit exciting, bro. We're about to see a warrior in it for the money, man. This is great. I wonder if anybody else got world buffs if he shouted it out in G-chat. Almost two-shot the plane strider. A higher level mob. He almost two-shot a higher level mob.
That crits.
That is nutty, dude.
The 120 crit on it.
That's crazy, man.
Is that Rentic gonna
I wonder what weapon he's got there, but
yeah, he's gonna get a sick weapon now too. I assume he's gonna try and get Cauldron Stir right now, and just get it over with. Go to TB, train staves, get a ranged weapon like you get something from ranged weapon. Or maybe not. Maybe you don't need it. To go get the Cauldron Stir right now would be huge. And yeah, it's gonna take some time getting over there, which would eat away at your world buffs.
I don't think he eats away at the world buffs for that.
I think he should just go
away there. He eats away. I think he just continues Barons for the time being. I think he does that. I think he offloads that towards the end when the world buffs are off.
Does he get a sick weapon right now? The weapon might enhance the world buffs even further though if he gets a sick weapon right now.
True, but say you waste like 20 minutes of world buffs, right? Like,
yeah,
that's not worth it.
That's true.
I think you just try to utilize them because they're stronger than any gear you're gonna get.
Really? Yeah. Yeah, that's true. No, it's kind of making sense to me. So you don't get Cauldron Stir is what I'm saying. You just.
And he's going back to Ogre. He's doing the right to Ogre right now. Does he have the Hearthstone? He's gonna Hearthstone right back. So this won't be that much time spent.
Did he? I didn't see him popping it in. Did he? Interesting.
That could be a big fail if he forgot.
Yeah, I mean. Well,
do you even use it here? Like, I'm not familiar with the orc routes. You know, I'm no greenskin.
There's a million ways to do it. Like they all. Yeah, there's a million ways to do the Barons. They're all pretty like the same.
Another call out to chat, guys. If you have streams or you have clips, you have anything you want us to check out, feel free to drop those links in chat.
We're level 12.
Golly, let's go back to
level 12. Dude,
wow.
He's and he's going to the tunnel rats right now.
Let's see. Dude, I love how we get.
He did set the hearth. They're saying. They said he set the chat says he set the hearth.
I don't imagine he forgot.
That would be rough. I forgot.
That would be devastating.
Level 12, man. We've only been doing this for.
Dude, he's behind. He's still behind on his times. That's crazy.
I do question on some level, like, unless there's like a real big follow-up here, I question him going back to Ogremar to turn that in right now.
Yeah.
You could do that when it's green.
True. Well,
really could do that.
well, let's see what he does there, though. He might do something interesting there, like that we're not even, you know, tracking. Like there are a bunch of ways to route it. So, let's see here. So this quest that he's about to do, Silver Stream Mine. This is where Def Camp lost his first hardcore character. A lot of souls have been claimed in this mine.
This mine is toxic. This mine is toxic, dude. This
It
is
really
the big
is.
killer, dude. Like, especially as a little known mage, you roll in here. They have quick fire ward, so these have immunity to fire damage just periodically. It's random when they cast it. They don't even cast it consistently, but it is such a bitch early on because you're using Fireball and Fire Blast for like 90% of your damage, and so you have to swap to Frostbolt here. You don't get the Fire Blast to kill them, so you don't have that big finisher. A lot of times you don't actually visit Ironforge before this as well. You know, in like 90% of routes, you don't visit Ironforge before this because you wait for like the big loop, right? So you don't actually have Frost Nova as well. So for Mage, this tunnel is a massive bitch.
It
all
is.
the mobs are dead inside though.
But that's honestly like kind of a debate though. Everything's dead. It's totally safe until 3 things spawn on you and you die. Like,
No, it's actually really, really good that the beginning mobs are dead because the density of early like mining gear is really low in the first area.
Look
but
at him,
after
though.
the first area, look how densely populated. It's like one pack.
Head on a swivel though. You see him just rotating his camera around constantly, right? Like even you can be the biggest power gamer in here. You can be defeated in this cave 100%.
Yeah, no, the swivel's good. Swivel's a nice touch. You see him just place the camera behind him, but he's getting fucked. He's getting fucked by that other gnome, dude. That gnome is fucking
North's brother-in-law right there, just yoinking the crate, dude.
Yeah, dude, the big fucking greedy gnome rolling up on the scene.
Oh, that's awesome.
I mean, to be fair, he cleared the tunnel for him. It looks like what's gonna happen here, though. It looks like he might actually clear from the other guys, while the other guy might just take his mob at the end of it. I'm not sure what class that guy is, though.
Look at him hitting for 26 while the warrior with world buff's hitting for 100 crit.
120 crit, 2 levels lower.
Dude, that's insane. The world buffs are just so OP.
We got Goetia in here. I don't know if that name rings a bell for anyone, but Goetia is also a big brain in the leveling community. One of the warlock enthusiasts of leveling. Great to see you here, Goetia, man. It's been a long time since I've talked with you, man. Hope you're doing good. Just got DC'd and died. Damn, bro. If you have it, you know, captured recorded on stream, and it was just an unfortunate DC, you can keep playing on. Cap City, thank you so much for the $10 battle, man. I hope you're staying safe out there. You're just working 80 hours a week. Good to see you in here again, brother. You're not playing by chance, are you, Cat? Okay, which death clip? Yeah. Oh, Blorby death clip.
Yeah, I got two death clips queued up in the chat there, and I'm trying to edit the sheet as we're moving along.
So Blorby was off to a really good start. He was the Paladin class lead last tournament, guys. So this is not just Joe Schmo average player. This is someone who won the class last.
Another great event.
The last tournament. So we're gonna see him apparently perish here, which is one of the first kind of known named. You know, people with a good amount of people rooting for him, deaths here, so that would be really unfortunate. So let's pause it at the beginning. So he's in the Barrens, and he's just fighting a cat. What? Like just an average cat?
Oh, he aggro's the second cougar though.
Okay, let's see. All right, let's see here. Oh, he aggro's another cat. Is that really gonna kill him though? Oh
It's a
my
warrior, man.
God.
Warriors don't have a whole lot of nothing.
Warrior without world buffs, my dude.
Oh, dude. Why do I feel like he's kind of getting unlucky here, though? Why is he getting chunked so hard? That doesn't... It's hit or miss with the Warriors, man. I don't know. I guess they're higher level. That's a really big deal. The fact they're 11 and he's 10.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you as a warrior, you want to be fighting stuff like 1 to 2 levels lower than you, which is one of the things too. Like you got to get yourself like leveled above the curve of the quest you're doing to do really well with that, I think.
Damn, you hate to see it. This is his first. I think he was just. This is the most like vulnerable time as you're making your first run into the crossroads. This looked like that's what this was because he's 10 on the dot. He's early 10, or so he was just leaving Mulgore and making his way to the crossroads for the first time. And the unfortunate thing is he didn't have a potion on deck making this trip, so that might have been able to save him if he had a potion.
He's the first guy with a decent UI too. You hate to see the fucking UI.
Oh man.
Fucking Pepe hands, man. That's rough.
As soon as the second I pulled, I knew. Damn, you hate to see it. Blorby down, boys.
And then the second mob as well. Like it was just so slow to die as well that he couldn't get Like he
Hamstring.
couldn't turn back to actually kill the mob either. It's really unfortunate.
Yeah. That's unfortunate, man. Boy, rest in peace, bro. Oh no, I almost can't watch these, man. Like, this area is like my most hated area in all of WoW. I'm not even joking. I hate this area so much. I see one pixel of it.
Dude, this is why I don't play Night Elves. This is why I never roll hunters, dude. The fucking Barrow Dens are toxic.
Never come here, ladies and gentlemen. I don't even care if you're not playing.
You know, honestly, there should be an achievement for a group of players completing the Barrow Dens as horde players in what's it called? In Stone Talon. You know the Barrow Dens all the way in the northwest.
Oh man.
In Stone Talon.
Oh yeah.
If someone ever completed that, I would give someone like several $100s to do that on a hardcore challenge.
Or like the High Queen, quest at level 50.
I appreciate he's playing like relaxing elevator music right now on the stream. Oh, yeah.
I got I think our only rogue that we've got so far.
Miss.
It's just
That I
not
just
even
added to the
close,
sheet.
man. This place is so. I'm actually surprised he even got this far. This is at the bottom level.
Parry, and then he's like, no.
Well, if you get a
the
reset.
number of parries, man.
Oh, the respawn. The
He's
depth,
so low,
man.
too. Oh, he goes for the bandage. Oh, if he just gone for the bandage like a second before, he would have been fine, dude. No, how low was the mob? The mob was pretty low. He could have gone for the bandage.
If you would have went,
overcommits.
honestly, if you'd have went for the bandy, then like kite him out as far as you can. As soon as you see the other mob, stop. If the bandy's available, go for the bandy. It's on cooldown right now too, which was probably an unwise engagement to jump on it while your
the
bandages.
curse of weakness on. Look, he's got the curse of weakness on.
Yeah.
I think.
That's
So
falling
he
off, but
miss parry. He's getting so unlucky at the start. The mob's regen, whatever the mob's regen has, is out healing him.
It really is. He's a named guy.
it casts a renew. It casts a renew on itself.
Yeah,
So
it
like,
casts rejuve,
if you get the hamstring, you get the run, and then come up here. Okay, you see the guy coming up, and then just like stop right up here at the top, like
Yeah,
bandy right here, bandy.
Yo,
Right here.
if you put monkey news, all right, I just pick the biggest brain warrior you know, right? And you told him that your challenge is to go complete the Barrow Den at level 10 or something, right? By but solo. I don't even think that they could do it, man. Like they would have to get. I actually don't think they could do it.
It's hard without. It's hard with the shield, the sword and board. It's really hard against these casters.
It might be
Like,
impossible
Not having a two-hander sucks.
to do this solo at 10 as a warrior. What do you guys think, Chad?
What
You
level
think you
is
can
the
do it?
mob? He's level 10. What level is the warrior? 9 or 10?
The mob's 10. The warrior is.
I can't do that.
I can see it.
9?
This place is so disgusting. It's so disgusting, man. Like there are times where you pretty much are gonna pull 3 things.
Dude,
And
his
if you
dagger
pull 3
skill's not maxed out either. That's part of it. You see, he's getting skill ups there in this chat box. That's part of his hit problem. But yeah, that's one too. Where like, dude, if you don't have a weapon skill within 5 points of top or like 7 points of top, depending on where you're at, I wouldn't even try to do certain fights.
No, that's
Like-
that's a huge misplay. Honestly.
Yeah.
I think I think this place is impossible though, as a solo warrior.
I mean, right, but he had it though. He had it in the bag. and he
That
didn't have the
wasn't
weapons
even
go
it
on
though, bro.
Right.
He wasn't even.
No health potions.
He had to get.
would've had it.
He had to do the shaman voodoo charm too, where you just have to kill a bunch of them and it just drops, right? Like just to fully complete this place solo, I think it's impossible. I don't know. At 10, you'd have to get like insane RNG or
I
something.
think it depends on the weapon. I think maybe he committed to this because he got a good weapon, but he didn't consider the weapon skill. Because that's probably the only. I'm not familiar with the Night Elf weapons, but I'm guessing he'd have a good reason to swap to that. I'm guessing it's a fairly decent weapon.
Yeah. We had a rogue that someone dropped a link for in chat, so we have a rogue footage that we can check out as well. It's the only one I've seen that we've been tracking. I don't know if there's any other rogue players out there that
Is it the smiley guy? Which one is this?
No, it's
I know.
Dustbone?
Oh, Dustbone.
Dustbone?
Okay, so let me tell you something about Dustbone. Dustbone, big friend of the channel. I've hung out with him a bunch of times. He's come over to my house. Spent a couple nights over here. We ate pho. Took him all places. Like he's just a nice dude. He's a fellow New Yorker from the same county in New York as me. Longtime friend of the
Where are you
channel.
from in New York?
Westchester County in New York.
Wait, you're from Westchester?
Yeah, Westchester County. Yeah.
I grew up in Fairfield. I went to boarding school in Dobbs Ferry.
That's insane, dude. Small world. Yeah.
I never knew that.
Yeah.
I never fucking knew
Mamaroneck,
that.
New Rochelle, Scarsdale, Larchmont.
Damn,
you know, all that whole area was my
forgetting
entire.
forgetting the namesake town of me. Forgetting Harrison, dude.
Yeah, Harrison.
Harrison, New York.
Oh, we
dude.
played Harrison all the time. Football, baseball. I mean, Harrison kids were part of life, man.
Damn, that's
yeah.
crazy. We used to fucking compete. We used to compete in Mamaroneck for
Mamaroneck Tigers, man. Yep, I was on
That's fucking
Mamaroneck Tigers,
That's
man.
for like the final, the same track every year for the finals for cross country was held in Mamaroneck. That's nutty.
Small world, brother. Super small world. But yeah, so Dustbone got level 60 on a rogue. I think it might have been his first or second try. He's one of the only verified 60s, so we'll check him out. Check him out right now and see how he's doing on the rogue. Definitely a person who has a ton of experience on rogue. He has played on multiple private servers, full cleared all the vanilla content 9 bazillion trillion times. Just a very experienced player in general. Streams looking good. Here we go. Hardcore challenge. Let's take a look at. Ooh, this UI is looking like something from the future right now.
Ooh, good UI, good UI. I like it.
What is that thing vertically moving up right there? Is that a?
I think that's a swing timer.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that is a swing timer.
Hmm.
I don't like the vertical swing timer. I think the vertical swing timer is kind of cringe.
He's got. I like that chunky combo point thing though, like where it's just the.
Yeah, actually, I have a really similar one on my.
That's not a swing. That's his energy. Is it? No, it's not. Is it?
Is it an
No, it's
energy
not.
tick?
No, it's not. Because the tick and his energy is different
It
pace
just
than that
it
one.
looks cool. I like how everything is super shrunk down. You can't really even see it. Hold on, let me move the. Sorry, I'm scuffing this right now. Hold on. I need to move this up a little bit so you can see the bottom part.
Well, somebody say it's a swing timer. It's got a dagger as the bar. Oh, it is a dagger.
Golly, I'm a scuff streamer. I can't freaking move this thing. Okay, 1 second, guys. I want to show you the bottom part of this. Alright, so I just shifted it up a little bit. You see his bottom skills, how tiny it is? I love that. He just knows all the binds, so there's no need to have them big at all, right? They're just kind of a reminder. Everything
He's a fairly similar UI to mine in terms of the rogue UI, like having the combo points there, having the important cooldowns right beneath. It's kind of a copy of, if you know Alando, it's kind of an Alando copy.
I see.
In terms of like having your abilities in the middle next to your resource.
What is that gouge icon that just pops up in the middle though when they're not gouged? Like what is it?
No, so that's just cooldown.
It's availability.
Oh, it's availability.
Yeah, just, yeah,
Is that what that
it's
is?
Just, it's a cooldown. It's just whether or not it's up.
Interesting.
It
Usually
might,
you
it might
show.
Also, it might also just be what what the timer is if it's up. But I haven't seen him gouge anything yet.
Isn't it usually the inverse? You show that something will pop up when something's on cooldown, not when it's available.
Depends.
Yeah, so for him, it looks like it is like Alando's UI. So when he's in combat, it might not be. It might be when he's targeting, but it might be combat as well. I'm not sure. Let's
see
look at
the
the target.
cooldown.
When he targets.
See, he gouged. Now it's on the
Now it's
timer's
on-
up there.
It's all gray now, yeah.
Yeah, so it's when he's in combat. It's when he's in combat. It just shows.
This dagger is glowing. I like it personally. This is pretty sweet, man. Of a UI. This is looking.
I like that as well. I like when you have like the abilities that you kind of want to see sometimes, but you don't really need to see at the bottom. That's what I do. Like most of my UI on my main is hidden, but I have,
It
like,
probably is blacksmithing, chat. He's got mining. He's got mineral find on his main map. And stuff.
Yeah. Look at the weapon. It's an enchant as well. Like look at the weapon enchant on the top right. Like you can see that it's there.
So the thing is, he's a little bit behind on Rogue right now. I have to say. Let's see. He's at an hour 12 to 8, which isn't bad. I mean, he'll probably get 10 by an hour 40 or something, which is. I think he might have started a little bit late, possibly. Because we've been doing this for over 2 hours now. He might have started a little bit late. That might be it.
I know.
He died at 6.
What's that?
Oh, he did.
He died at 6, so he restarted, I guess.
Oh, he
It's good to
died. Oh, you hate to see it. Okay. I see.
It's good to see people get back in though. Like when you die, especially if you die early, you still have an opportunity to potentially to make those gains because other players can die as well.
Absolutely, and Rogue is one of the lesser populated classes, right? So like, he has a really good shot of getting up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
Right now, we don't have any other rogues on radar that I'm aware of. I don't know if you've got any that we can check in on, but the list I'm monitoring, people that are actively still in.
Okay. Who should we look at next, guys? I mean, should we look at Koi? Should we look at Zerant? There's so many good
Boy's
options.
kind of in a little bit of a lull right now. Not much to look at. He's just looking for his spider.
Why don't we check in with Crix? He started about an hour late, but he jumped in there. Right now it's Crix is doing a mage this time. I think he changed it up, hoping to get a little bit of gains on that. But
I'm so glad he's streaming. I thought he would have passed on this one since he started a little bit late. That's so awesome to see him in here, man. That is great.
People die.
Yup.
Oh fuck! I accidentally popped a greater shadow protection potion. God, fuck.
So he's at 6. Yeah, he has the same thing where he's watching the stream at the bottom right too. Some people have figured out some interesting ways to do that.
Man, yeah.
That's cool, man.
What is it? Page and page?
Page and page. So if you look at the bottom, wait, where is it actually? Actually, I can't find it. There's an option. There's an option on Twitch viewer to pop out essentially an extra. A little thing that you can just have wherever. Like, it's not like a real window, it's just like a little page. I'm not sure how to activate it on the Twitch thing, actually.
Okay, I'll look into it.
It's usually just there.
So we got one of the raiders in my guild right now, Owl Beast. Let me tell you a story about Owl Beast first of all. North, I think you might appreciate this.
Picture in picture.
Okay, so you know what an Owl Beast is, right?
Yeah, of course.
What is it?
An owl beast?
Yeah,
it's a boomkin.
Yeah, it's a boomkin, right? All right. So this guy, he's from Siberia, and he's been in our guild in our raid since day one pretty much. He had a dream, he had a vision, right? His vision was that one day he could level a druid to 60 named Owl Beast, and that he could go to Winter Spring and RP walk around with the Owl Beasts and kill unsuspecting adventurers who opened up on him like he was a mob.
Oh my god!
And he made that dream a reality, man. But the one thing that scuffed it now is that he has a PvP rank now, though. He has a PvP rank, so like someone has to not be paying attention, kind of, because it's
he could D-rank himself
to nothing, though.
Yeah, you can D-rank yourself to nothing.
All right, you might have just saved this man's life, dude.